Okay, there we go, man. Perfect. Oh! Town bell even. I wonder about that. But yeah. Yo, Colin GG? He was 90 population behind. Yeah, that is true. Bring webcam to the bathroom. Come on. MbL had more army, more eco, and you had eco idle all the time. Yeah, that is true. Don't have Dark Noob's faith. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the kind words, Mr. Akko Navy. A riot? What? Alright, let's see. So, TheYo, playing in the south of the map. Damn it. Okay, is gonna be playing as Huns, which do not need to build houses, which is a very nice eco bonus, so to say. They also get 10 and 20% cheaper cavalry archers in Castle and Imperial Age, and they get 50% accuracy on trebuchets as opposed to 15, which is the norm. Team bonus for them is stables working 20% faster, so it's very common to see them go for scouts, and I think that's probably what we're gonna see him go for right now. His main goal is forward. Secondary and third gold are on the left hand side. Secondary stone is on the left hand side as well. And where is the main stone? Main stone is on the back. And they are playing NAC Arabia. I think versus VV they were playing Hidden Cup Arabia. Yeah, no Arabia variation is perfect, unfortunately. But yeah, TheYo's map is also now looking very good. Super hilly. A lot of elevations forward. And if we talk about MbL situation, well, he's gonna be playing as Malians, who get free... What is that they get? No, free tracking is 4 slabs. So Malians get free gold mining. They get +1 pierce armor on barracks units per age starting in fuel age. They also get buildings that cost 15% less wood, I think. And university researchers take 80% less to research as well. I think that's about it. Yeah. His map is gonna get the main goal and the secondary goal towards the right hand side, third goal on the left hand side, as well as the main and the secondary stone. This is such an awful, such an ugly stone generation. Yeah, talking about perfect Arabia. It doesn't exist. His map is kind of hilly as well, but the hills are mostly on the back. So for this matchup, Malians, I would probably say would be better because we're getting access to camels. Fantastic camels as well in Imperial Age with Farimba upgrade, with more attack. They also get high pierce armor pikemen, which means that they die a lot slower to cavalry archers, which Huns can go for. So Huns can go for knights, they can go for cavalry archers mainly. And I think both of those things can be counterable by Malians. What do you think about this? And Woodhouse AoE as well. Hello and welcome to the channel, to the stream. Let's see, just catching up to the chat. Minus 15% wood cost, gold mining, extra pierce armor. Perfect. King of the Desert 2 Arabia is the best Arabia variant. Ah, I don't want to talk about the Arabia variations because I got an awful maps in all of them. Dry Arabia, Master Race. I like Dry Arabia, yeah. Anything that takes away the small ponds is a big win for me. Oh, MbL kind of getting out microed here a little bit. Gonna end up with less HP. Oh, but TheYo trying to bait MbL out of that elevation. Interesting. Fuel Age coming out for him as well. Only 3 lumberjacks, adding a few more now, so that indicates that he's gonna be going for scouts. And then MbL seems like he's gonna be going for men at arms, judging by the barracks uptime. He's not taking any gold though. So what is he actually gonna do? Okay, he's gonna be taking gold now with 2 villagers. So it's going to be men at arms for the Malian player. It's going to be scouts for Yeah, the Hun player. What did Nova just say? Am I supposed to remember what I talk about, man? I don't know. Minotaurs plus towers. About every game there. Let's see. MbL's berries are next to a shorefish, but didn't see if he can use 1 mil for both. Can you show? Okay. No. Unfortunately. Very nice catch, by the way. Missed that. Alright. So one thing that we have in favor of MbL though is that his map is a little bit more wallable. It's very open on the back, but it's still a little bit more wallable forward. Yeah, stables on the way for TheYo. Fuel Age is going to be reached by MbL with 4 militias. Those are going to become Minotaurs, or he could potentially go for a Spearman. He's going for the Spearman first. He's going to go for Minotaurs after, which is the case when you go up to Fuel Age later. No back bull lane, that is true. Okay, 1.5 scout for the red player. Let's call the other guy half a scout because of half HP. Oh, more spearmen coming out for MbL. Not gonna be going for Minotaurs at all. Okay. Well, he's got the resources. Well, he doesn't have the resources anymore. He's been going heavily into spearmen. Now, I think this is still open. I think there is a 1 tile gap there. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. Not that it is easy to judge elevations in this game. Which I was kind of hoping they could fix in DE, but yeah, I think that's just a thing of the perspective here. I don't think there's anything they can do, honestly. I guess it makes sense because you are supposed to use walls for actual walling, which you can drag, as opposed to actual buildings and try to snap them together. There's an idea that I had though, that was building foundation snapping, where if you have like the hovering foundation or the hovering building before you place the foundation, it would snap to other buildings, so it wouldn't go on top of the existing building. Where it would usually turn red, I will like stop moving, so you know when it's actually touching. But anyway, I'm picturing maybe Paladin and Halberdier versus Farima Camels, Skirmishers and Hand Cannoneer for Malians in late game, assuming it goes that long. I honestly don't know which save has the edge here. I would be favoring the Malian player, personally. Getting 15% cheaper wood cost for all the buildings, I would say is probably about on par with not having to build houses in terms of wood savings. The one thing that you had to account for though is working time for a villager building houses, but besides that, not too different. Also, TheYo is 1 villager ahead, so that's nice. Still unable to do any damage, MbL is just gonna go around and back home. And MbL, oh, unfortunate pathing over there. Not gonna be able to take a villager. Could have done so much damage. Woodhouse AoE? Oh, the user. Thought you were talking about something in-game. Anyway, MbL getting wheelbarrow right now. TheYo with the defensive tower. That's a good one. It's gonna be hard to deny this. That tower there. Heal advantage. He still got back gold over there if he needed to change gold mines. Well, let's see, MbL. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. When you see the preempted tower coming up, then you can easily place another tower somewhere else, but we have some army over here for TheYo. He's got mobile units around here, so he can bring these scouts back and he should be able to fight this. The problem is the spearmen over here, he doesn't really have anything to defend against those. But yeah, let's say that tower goes up, and he gets pushed away from this, which I think looks like it might be the case because of the archers here. Let's see. Oh, this is looking definitely in favor of MbL. Those archers are going to be taking one villager over here. And yeah, the tower goes up, but it's not a huge deal. It doesn't have full range. So those villagers are not going to be in threat, I think. Yeah. And even if they were, he could just move the villagers back here. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I think Huns need to do damage early on, because otherwise Malians are gonna get the edge for sure. Also, the only top upgrade siege weapon that Malians get happened to be the siege onager, so not even cavalry archers would be good against them. Even if you manage to kite the pikemen forever, which is super micro intensive. So tricky, man. Tricky situation. For the Malians coming up for TheYo as well, and the resource count is looking like MbL is going to be able to click up a little bit faster. Eco balance is an issue though. He's already got the market, so he should be able to click up right now. And yeah, he's buying some food. He's gonna go up now. There we go. MbL on his way to Castle Age is gonna hit the next age at 22 minutes and 20 seconds. While MbL, 500 wood, 500 food, sorry, 170 gold. He's gonna be able to click up in the next minute, I think, next minute or two. Tower Wars going in favor of TheYo now, as he managed to successfully push MbL away from that tower. Yeah, Huns don't get onager. Don't even get guard tower as well. It's a very early driven civilization. Raiden driven civilization. He failed to do damage or get an important lead. And it's kind of tricky afterwards, and TheYo is not trailing too far behind. 1 minute and 10 seconds is still significant, and I think we are probably gonna see yeah, MbL is gonna have the edge here. I don't really know how TheYo can win this, but if he does, then it's gonna be great, right? It's gonna be a learning. It's gonna be a learning experience for everyone here, since it seems like 90% of us is expecting MbL to win. Tech 3 like Swiss cheese? Jesus. Alright, Castle Age has been reached for MbL, gonna go for knights instantly. What is the plan for TheYo? He's got the second archery range up, going for archers. He's got the stables up as well. So I would expect to see bloodlines at some point, and probably a third archery range, third or fourth archery range. Potentially go for cavalry archers. These are crossbows already, and we're gonna have crossbows, and soon... Oh! Oh no, MbL! Those are very weak militias! Oh, TheYo, that is so unfortunate. Come on. So yeah, crossbows coming up now for TheYo. Balkinaro will still have only 2 archery ranges. He's gonna be adding the second TC, and MbL is gonna be adding the second TC as well. Yeah, we are gonna have crossbows from the Malian player. We're gonna have crossbows from the Hun player. I would have liked to see Elite Skirmisher, but this is alright. He's got better things to worry about, like the knights, that he doesn't really have anything to counter with. Okay, this is nice. Those knights are not gonna be going down for the time being, and those skirmishers are, yeah, going down in numbers, going low in numbers. Those towers are gonna go down eventually. And I kind of wonder what is MbL gonna do with these villagers eventually, because I think he's the type of player that's gonna manage a way to sneak in a tower or military buildings, to sneak in some offensive units. TheYo is wide open. He's got towers over here, so he's got vision, but he doesn't have walls to prevent raiding, of course, because of being Huns. What is the plan right now? Villager count is about the same for both players. I'm playing Age of Empires 1 DE while listening to your cast. Is that acceptable? You are instantly banned, man. You cannot do anything else while you are listening to my voice. Come on. Yeah. They can dish out raiding, but can't take being raided. No third to see on the way for any of these players yet. MbL still massing a lot of crossbows. And finally we see TheYo switching to cavalry archers. Oh, that's the first villager going down from these crossbows, by these crossbows, for TheYo. Numbers are here in favor of TheYo. And upgrades are the same for both. Ballistics on the way for the red player as well, so he is expecting probably more knights or more mobile units, or he just wants to have the upper hand trying to trade, sorry. MbL is already with ballistics, so it's merely catching up for TheYo. Yeah, that's inconvenient. Third to see on the way for MbL now, finally gonna start taking the stone, or probably gonna be clearing up the wood around the stone. Fourth to see coming up as well, so it's gonna be full booming for the blue player. And over here, TheYo should be able to clean this up. Let's see, he's got the numbers for sure. Yeah, he's gonna be cleaning this up. MbL retreating. And we finally have the cavalry archers. So military numbers are still looking in favor of MbL. Now the new batch of crossbows is arriving onto TheYo's economy, so forcing him to garrison some villagers into the tower. Now he's gonna have to garrison some villagers inside the TC as well. He did manage to clean up the crossbows over here from MbL, so now he's gonna have cavalry archers. These already have bloodlines as well, and crossbows, and he should be able to take a proper fight here. Now fourth archer range coming up for TheYo indicates that he's going to be going full on aggression, and MbL is going for full booming. So how is this going to turn out? MbL is going to push ahead, push back. A lot of cavalry archers. MbL getting cleaned up over there. Third to see coming up for TheYo. Nice. We're gonna need to see something else, because cavalry archers alone probably not gonna be good enough against this particular base, which is extremely well protected. Very nice to see the distribution. So this is a little bit exposed, but it's also surrounded by buildings and walls, so it's gonna be hard for TheYo to reach this spot. This is exposed, but it's also, yeah, you need to go under the TC or go around and take down the palisade walls, which would give MbL enough time to react. So now these cavalry archers are reaching MbL's base, who is also now going for bloodlines, getting some knights out from 3 stables. Producing one at a time though, so he's not really giving up on booming. 6 extra villagers only though, it's not too high. Oh, this is open. Oh no! Oh, this is open! Mr. Yo! Is he gonna dive in? He's diving in, and now the archer range is coming up for MbL, but take a look at the amount of villagers over here that he almost traps himself. Very unfortunate accuracy over there, but still. Villager count is going to be only 1 higher for MbL now. Taking a lot of villagers. Thumbering on the way for Mr. Yo, and what are we gonna see from the barracks here? Because he was archery ranges. He's going for elite skirmishers. All right. It's gonna take a while to catch up to the cavalry archers though. Mr. Yo not paying attention, gonna be losing a few units over there. And on the left hand side, small engagement going in favor of the red player as well. So he's been doing a lot of damage right now, brought the villager count back to parity. And he should be able to run away from the skirmishers and the archers, he just needs to notice this. Ah, that is a little bit sloppy. That is a little bit sloppy. Taking a free loss over there, probably gonna be taking another one. Not taking another one, so that's nice. And we have a siege workshop coming up, and Mr. Yo is almost with enough resources to go for a castle. So now that he has got 7 cavalry archers over there, plus 8 over here, is going to have 15 units that he can group together when he cleans up the skirmishers over here. And he's going to be able to pair that up with mangonels, of course. So stables coming up now. We're going to see some camels coming in. Camels or potentially knights. Knights would be better to counter. Yeah, knights. It's gonna be knights to counter the skirmishers. We're gonna see cavalry archers for raiding, and also the mangonels to start taking down TCs. Now, castles on the way for Mr. Yo. Both players going for chain barding armor. Villager count for the first time in the game higher for Mr. Yo by quite a bit as well. 7 right now. Military count higher for MbL, but he's gonna start taking some losses over here. Let's see if he can surround Mr. Yo's army with this amount of knights, already with chain barding armor, about to get chain barding armor. It's gonna be so tough for Mr. Yo, so what he needs to do, he needs to bring the scouts over here. Nice, and he needs to go for another palace. Yeah, he needs to go for a stone wall over here. And he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine now. That castle's gonna be going up, it's gonna be providing some support damage for Mr. Yo's army, and we have 20 cavalry archers versus 15 cavalry versus 15 knights over here in MbL. I think he had like 30 when he started. Now he's going down dangerously to dangerous low numbers. 11 knights left for MbL. That was such an expensive army. Now he's got 14. But Mr. Yo is queuing cavalry archers from 3 archer ranges as well. A lot of villagers too. MbL's not queuing villagers at all anymore. There we go, he's queuing some now. Now let's take a look, because Mr. Yo, while he's been doing a good job forward, he doesn't really have a whole lot in terms of defenses over here, so he's gonna be losing some villagers. He's gonna be protecting those with the towers, but those are not gonna be very effective, only watchtowers. And back here, Mr. Yo's, yeah, he managed to snipe some villagers from MbL. MbL's trying to spread his army forward to do as much damage as possible. Probably not a good target to go for watchtowers. And still the villager count's only 3 higher for MbL. Who's gonna be losing all the villagers? He was trying to get some stables up forward, gonna be losing those. Cavalry archers from MbL already went back home, and we're gonna see the 2 knights taking down the skirmishers and the cavalry archers taking the knights. So that goal has been denied for the time being for Mr. Yo, who's also been with a lot of idle villagers over here for a good while. But if we take a look at the rest of the resources, he's still taking from this one, and he's still taking from this one quite safely. This one as well, which is MbL's gold as well. Some more stables are gonna be coming up for MbL. Mr. Yo is gonna still take as many relics as possible. I think right now he's on 2 relics versus 0. And a defensive castle coming up for Mr. Yo, so that is quite nice. 26 archers dealing 8 damage per shot against 4 pierce armor. They're going to be dealing 4 damage per shot, which means that with 30 cavalry archers you can one-shot knights. With 21 you can two-shot knights. So engagements have been very favorable for Mr. Yo so far. You can see the KD also looking pretty good. 2 stables went up, but those villagers are going to be going down, and the villager advantage keeps widening for Mr. Yo, but that castle at 88, 89% should not be getting denied. He needs to force finish this. 96% the castle is getting denied, and now the villager lead is in favor of MbL, is for MbL, I mean. But yeah, the castle is gonna end up getting finished for sure. So it's still gonna be able to finish taking the gold from these gold piles. 1700 is no small amount. And yeah, we have skirmishers and knights for MbL. Mr. Yo on the way to Imperial Age with a forward castle, a defensive castle, a very nice amount of cavalry archers. And he's got enough resources to go up to Imperial Age all over again. So what is he gonna do? He can potentially switch over to cavalry, go for a lot of knights, get those to, yeah, upgrade those to cavalier. He can still try to mass some cavalry archers, but he's gonna need something against the skirmisher. So I would probably just recommend switching over to cavalry units. He's gonna be going for another archer range. We already have some camels for MbL, so maybe cavalry is not such a good idea after all. Now MbL is doing a very good job using very little units to do as much damage as possible. Now Mr. Yo is gonna start doing the same as well, and MbL is not noticing about this. And yeah, MbL is gonna be getting cleaned up over here, but he's paying attention back at home because he's getting raided quite heavily. So that camel's going down, that knight's gonna be tanking some damage, and those cavalry archers gonna end up going down to skirmishers anyway. But back at home, Mr. Yo doing a very good job defending against the Malian player, who is now on his way to Imperial Age as well. Bracer, chemistry for Mr. Yo coming up, conscription coming up as well. So we're gonna have fully upgraded cavalry archers. We're gonna need heavy cavalry archer upgrade, and we're gonna need Parthian tactics as well. Now Huns do not get ring archer armor, which is a little bit of an issue. But with this amount of knights over here, MbL is gonna try to snipe cavalry archers if possible, but those skirmishers are going down super fast. 30 CA left over here for Mr. Yo, about to become HCA. Chemistry, Bracer already finished research. You know, chemistry is gonna finish researching very soon, so we're gonna have 11 damage cavalry archers. That's gonna be so much better against knights, and especially against camels. Only 4 pierce armor in Castle Age for knights. Gonna be taking 7 damage per shot. I am not nobody, man. I mean, I am someone, if that makes sense. I am nobody. Not nobody. Nobody is nobody. But he streamed on Sunday, I think. We even have some YouTube videos coming out from his streams. Or from his stream. Sorry. But hello Mr. Spam Eagle, and hello Funito as well. Everyone, I hope you are enjoying the games. It seems like Mr. Yo is having a blast over here as he's taking so many villagers from MbL, who's just idling his eco over here. Dipping on the 90 villagers! Farimba on the way? 46 military units, and where is he massing those? He's massing those over here, so he's gonna have plate guard and armor, Farimba, still no heavy camel though on the way. He does not have a lot of resources now. A cat ram even for Mr. Yo, pushing that DC down. We're gonna see that castle go down to a trebuchet as well, though the trebuchet's getting picked up by camels as well. And yeah, Mr. Yo seems like he is about to take a game from a Malian player playing as Huns in Imperial Age. There we go, heavy camel upgrade coming up now finally for MbL. We don't have a significant amount of cavalry archers over here, so it's not a fight that he really wants to take. We're gonna have siege workshop coming up for Mr. Yo over here, so we're gonna see some mangonels coming up. I would love to see the onager upgrade being researched. But yeah, MbL with 69 villagers now, 39 military units. Is there really a way back for him? He is engaging before the upgrade, so he's going to be taking unnecessary losses. And heavy camels now for MbL. Some skirmishers over here. Yeah, Mr. Yo even going for iron casting guilds, 2-man saw, heavy plow. Getting the full tech tree. Because why not? That castle is gonna be going down as well. With that, MbL is gonna be losing access to this stone over there. Oh, the Jabeta warrior for MbL. Gotta love that. Siege workshop getting denied over there. And yeah, just even MbL's own buildings working in favor of Mr. Yo. Let's take a look over here though. HP pool. Yeah, looking in favor of MbL. Very nice quick wall. Not gonna trap the units inside though, so Mr. Yo is still gonna be able to walk outside MbL's base quite safely. And on the right hand side we're gonna see hussars. Heavy cavalry archers raiding, and MbL's not gonna be able to take the gold. Those hussars are gonna be very nice at raiding. And MbL is gonna be on the defensive. He's gonna be using his camels to defend against cavalry archers, against hussars. So we're gonna see some forward units from MbL, potentially gonna try to raid a little bit. I would love to see hussars coming out from him, but with 74 villagers, his eco is honestly not that good. So he's just gonna call it, man. He's just gonna call it. He had 75 villagers, but he had 74 idle villagers. Sorry, he had 24 idle villagers before resigning. So hats off to Mr. Yo taking the game from the Malian player in Imperial Age as Huns. Very, very well played.